my question's as follows. So, stepping back a little bit at the 10,000-foot level, looking at agencies, we see that there is now precious little political accountability. So we go to our elected representatives and they say, you know, don't blame me, I voted in favor of clean air. I don't like what the EPA is doing any better than you do. And Richard talked about the rate of decay of regulations. There is frightfully little oversight. You have this concept of an independent agency that's sort of out there doing whatever it is doing. You even have some agencies like the CFPB that isn't relying on Congress to appropriate any money for them. That's subject to a legal challenge, of course. You have agencies that have political agendas. They are risk averse, and they are overwhelmed by rent seekers who are trying to keep in place what it is they have and gain more at the expense of would-be competitors. What do we do about this?
Elect Donald Trump. Well, can I make a comment?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think you understated the problem. But you talked about independent agencies doing that. The United States Treasury is not an independent agency, right? It's an executive branch operation. And they're the ones who are driving the independent agencies in some case to do these things for a whole variety of complicated arrangements. So it's not just a question of stopping administrative discretion from going amok. It's a question of trying to figure out how it is that you reorganize the government and put into place the right individuals so that they understand the implicit limitations of their office, so you don't have to always try to sue them or to beat them over the head. And that's why the progressive ideology is so utterly dangerous. What it does is it makes intellectually respectable, intellectually indefensible positions by treating discretion as always a virtue, no matter how it's directed, and by assuming that whenever it turns out that you take from one person and give to another, this is just simply readjusting the shared benefits and costs of society, a phrase that was used by Justice Thurgood Marshall in one of his dreadful opinions in a case called Turner Elkhorn against usury. And if you do all of that stuff and you think that taking from A and giving to B is an essential government function as opposed to stabilizing property rights and trying to create social improvements, no set of rules will do you any good, because the people who are in charge of either enforcing them or applying them or interpreting them will simply come to it with the wrong kind of philosophy. And that's what the serious problem is. I mean, this stuff is now intellectually sophisticated, intellectually respectable, even though to my mind it is socially dangerous.
Other thoughts?